Hello, friends. I'm Jo.
I'm Ro.
And I'm Fee.
And welcome back to A Mouthful. Woo! The podcast where we talk about all things food, art, and life, and maybe even serve up a little insight or tea along the way. So today, we're going to be talking about relationships at work, and specifically the theatre industry, which we are from. And we're going to be talking about how does it work, director-actor dynamics, share stories, share tea, gossip.
A lot of tea and gossip.
You know? Yeah. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's eat.
Let's eat. Okay, so today we have dim sum. Today's dim sum is from Kim Lee Dim Sum. Usually we would choose Swee Chun after a show. Like, it's such a post-show ritual and routine that we do when we're in LaSalle. So we're like, since we're going to talk about relationships in theatre, working in theatre, I was like, dim sum, good choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So today, pretty much we just ordered whatever looked good, and there was like a trio set.
So it's actually my first time trying this.
Kim Lee?
Yeah.
Oh, I have one near my house. I have a phase where I like crave dim sum every day. And
I feel like I've had it once as a supper food. At someone's house, I don't remember.
Like specifically Kim Lee.
Kim Lee, but I think they have quite
I
a
think it's
few
not
outlets,
bad.
right?
Yeah. They've got a few outlets. I mean, the food is quite different from Swee Chun lah.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
But
Swee Chun is variety.
oh my god, you remember the mee hoot? The fried
Mee sua kueh.
mee sua kueh? Yes! Oh my
What's
god.
that?
It's so good. You know it. We've got it before.
Like, you know
Mee
the
sua
one?
what?
Mee
Mee
sua
sua
kueh.
kueh.
It's like
It's a
square
kueh.
one.
Uh-huh.
Then it's like noodle, look like bihun, but
It's
not
like
bihun
fried
one.
mee sua in a kueh form.
Huh?
Oh, that's my favorite
That's really,
one.
really good.
Okay, now I feel like we should have gotten that.
Cannot lah.
But
Doesn't
it's
deliver.
very far, yeah, lor.
Well,
So for today, we have quite a couple of different things. We have two different versions of curry chi jong fan.
Oh, they did end up giving the non-spicy one.
Yeah, I asked if we could swap out.
Damn.
I think they're just like, no, cannot. So we have two different curry chi jong fan, which is quite different from usual, I feel. Because curry chi jong fan is quite a Malaysian dish, I feel, compared to local. So one has pork rib, one has a bunch of fried things. We have a very massive big bao, spinach dumplings, ha gao,
prawn
favorite,
dumplings.
prawn dumpling fried, spring rolls, and two different siu mai.
What is that one? The otah one, is it?
It's an otah. So it's like, I think, a special limited edition. And then with regular siu mai.
let's
Ooh,
yeah.
let's eat it.
Okay, should we try
We try one
the
first.
same thing?
Okay, we try. Let's try the chi jong fan. It's been
Chi jong
staring at me.
fan.
Okay, first bite. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
The curry is lighter
Nice.
than I expected.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is
not
very
spicy,
nice.
Which is really nice.
I was afraid it's gonna be like the very gao, which is gonna be like a bit, but it's very light, very nice.
I'm so hungry. Well, and the chichong fan is very like slurpy. You know what I mean? Like it goes into your mouth and then it disappears. Oh,
Yeah, we're just enjoying the food right now. It's just so good.
I want to try the chili oil. It's good.
It's not real, it's heavy yum.
Oh,
Oh, very xiang.
oh, it's so good.
My ha gao stick together
Oh,
and died.
And it's just the shell. I'm gonna try the otah siu mai actually. That's like quite unique.
The spinach one is nice.
Yeah, the ha gao, even though it's cold, right, surprisingly the skin is not gluey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, it's still quite chewy. It's chewy but not gluey. Get what I mean?
okay. That's surprising. Yeah, because usually once the like dumpling skin gets cold, wow,
It's like nyam
it's a
nyam.
terrible texture.
But this
leh.
is okay. And the prawn, right? You know when prawn is fresh, it's like
Yeah, like bouncy. Yeah.
got bite. Not like noa. This is like the crunchy, bouncy kind of prawn. How's the spinach, Joe? What does it taste like?
Good. It's seasoned nicely, I would say.
I think they got put hebi inside. It tastes like ha gao, but with a bit of like the spinach taste and a bit of hebi taste.
Oh,
I think they stir
It's
fry.
very fragrant.
I think they stir fry the spinach.
But it's
and
not like
a bit of
soggy
carrot
or anything.
Yeah, it's not
Like the
soggy.
texture of the veg is still coming through.
there's
a
meat in
little
there, lah, right?
And have the ha gao. It's like that, but a bit more vegetable-y and a bit of heavy taste. Very nice.
Yeah, the otah siu mai tastes straight up like otah. Like it's otah pork.
Wow, sounds good, eh?
Yeah,
Is it good?
it's good. It's not spicy, but it's straight up otah, but
We love.
pork instead of like fish. You know, so like there's a bit firmer of a bounce. So it's not kind of like everything melt in your mouth kind.
The 鸡种饭真的
Yeah, I think the
The
ginger
texture
fan wins
很好
today.
吃
Yes.
I am a freaking sure not connoisseur, okay? There was a point in my time where I eat like siu mai every day. I really, I love siu mai.
Oh my god, you know siu mai actually is the one dim sum that I'm not personally a fan of.
Same.
I am obsessed with siu mai.
Is it just me? No, right? I'm not a big fan.
There's this taste in siu mai
I
that
think it's the
don't
yellow skin.
I think it's the skin.
Like. Is it?
The skin
It's
is
like a very taste.
it's the skin because they put I think alkaline water.
Yes.
But
I
good
don't like that
siu
yet.
mai
I always
is
thought it was
good.
the pop.
I have had so many good siu mais.
Really?
They don't have that alkaline taste?
Yeah, because they make the skin
Oh.
themselves. The skin taste is not strong, but I appreciate that the liao is not too finely minced. So like, there's still bite, and because there's mushroom, right, there's a difference in texture. But it's okay, like it's not the best one I've eaten, but it's above average really. It's 真的不错.
The spring roll is not as crunchy. Like, I prefer spring roll. You know the Thai inside crunchier. You can crunch into it one. It's not as like I think the Thai the vegetables inside are quite minced, and so everything is just
One texture lah.
Yeah, one texture. So the taste is really good. But I would have preferred if the vegetables is crunchier. You know, like it got bite one.
Yeah, I can see
I have
the very
realized. Yeah, I've realized the older I get, the more I crave texture in food.
You mean you young, you don't like texture?
Not as picky as with texture, I think. Like for me, when I was young, it's more the taste. But
Now you prefer texture.
yeah,
But you always don't like food because of the texture.
that's right. Now as I'm grow older,
Oh, you appreciate the
Yeah.
texture.
I am picky with texture, but I also appreciate more textured food. Is that a thing?
I feel like I always need texture. That's why I like got a lot of like panchan like that. A bit here, a bit there. I like sharing food like that. If I have to eat one whole meal by myself, right, I will like I'm not even full, but I will jelak already. I will like
It's the flavor fatigue. They call it flavor fatigue.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's a term like where
I always think that I'm full, but I'm like, actually, if you give me something else, I can finish it.
that's also the thing that a lot of competitive eaters fight with. It's not even their food, it's just flavor fatigue. Because after a while they say the taste is just like
Oh, interesting.
That's why you need like kimchi or something
Yeah.
at the side.
it's
to,
so
like,
that it
reset.
wakes up your taste buds again, ma.
Ah,
interesting.
wow. We learn new things every episode. Leh. Last episode, we talked about our friendship dynamics in a work environment. So how we operate as friends, but also as colleagues, what challenges that we bump into when we are working together, how we overcome them, all of those things. So go check the episode out if you haven't. This episode is also still related to work, but it's the relationships at work theater edition. One of the main things we have thought about quite extensively over the course of our career is that relationships at work for us in the theater industry is actually quite different from like the corporate world or people with full-time jobs, right? And it is something that we felt like it might be interesting for people who are not in the theater world to compare, to see like the difference. How do you think the theater industry is different from like the corporate world, for example?
Okay. So I'm the one to answer this question because I had a full-time job for a year and a half.
Yes.
I think for me, the biggest difference is that in a full-time job, any full-time job, not just corporate, you are constantly seeing the same people, the same time, every day for like months and years on end. So you kind of have like, it's like a routine that you build and like a community that you have no choice but to be in. Like it's not a chosen community, but you have to be there to work.
You learn to live with it.
Yeah, you learn to live with it. So I guess because of that, it's like, again, habit, familiar. Like every day, every week, it's a routine. So you see these people and you just build connections. But whereas being a freelancer in a theater industry, right? Yes, you build connections. But if you're in a show, you will be with the same group of people for a long time, but for a short period. Like hours on end, but maybe like 3 months. So you're like besties with these people for 3 months, right? And then you just say bye-bye. So you constantly go through this cycle of being very good friends with these people.
Very close.
Very close and then leaving. And then very close and then leaving.
Yeah.
So during the period at work, right, it can be like, wow, my God, I'm so happy because I'm so happy with my connections. But once the show finishes, it's like, oh.
It's a bit like OG camp.
Wow.
Yeah,
What's
that's the way
OG camp?
orientation camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like orientation camps, right? Whether JC or poly, it's like you bond so close and you go through thick or thin for those 3 days, right? You feel like you've made the best pals for like the rest of your life kind of thing.
And shoom.
But then like afterwards it's like, oh, bye-bye.
I feel like as compared to a full-time job, if you're in office, for example, you first join and then you take the time to warm up to people, right? So then that timeline is you take a bit more time to like warm up to your colleagues, to your like bosses or whatever. And then slowly, once you have warmed up, you get close to them. But then in the sense of theater is you come in, first day of rehearsals, you have to make that connection. You have to make that relationship immediately because you are working together in such close proximity. You are staring at each other's face for like 8 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And there is no escaping from that, right? So, and then also because like with, especially with like, if you're acting with your fellow actors, like the physical proximity is so close. And you have to be able to grasp the working style, I think, as quickly as possible. So that in that sense, that timeline is a bit flipped, right? So you get close to them so fast. And then after that, once it's done, it's like, then the relationship is like done.
It's a bit weird sometimes.
And like you also have to be very close because maybe you want the chemistry to be there. And you want the rehearsal vibe to be very playful, very fun. You need to improv with each other. You cannot have that weird like awkwardness. Like I don't really know you. You need, even if I don't know you, I need to like look like
I know you.
I know you, don't know how many years already, so that it will look very natural when we rehearse for shows or whatever.
I think in an office setting, there is time away from people, even though
In the
you are
workday.
still in the workday, even though you are still in the same office, but then proximity wise,
You can have your own desk,
You have your
maybe.
own desk. You like
obviously
have
we're
your own time
stereotyping,
to
maybe
work.
not all work like
exactly.
that,
Obviously, we are
we're
stereotyping.
just thinking of like the stereotypical.
Yes, but then as compared to like in a theater, in a show, for example, there is no like your own time.
Toilet time.
The toilet time, maybe.
Yeah, it's quite hard.
8 hours a week, you are constantly working with people. And it's the same group of
Yeah,
people.
so if you don't gel well with some people or like you don't like their working style,
You have to like...
you still
hold
have
it
to-
in
yeah.
and find a way to deal with it.
Yeah. And obviously we are speaking about this from an actor's perspective, right? Like obviously there's also like a lot of other job scope within theatre industry, like the production crew, like the creative team, all of those things. But we are speaking it from like what happens in a rehearsal room because that's what we're most familiar with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think typical like rehearsal schedule will be like either every day, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's like one kind. Then the other kind is like every night after work, you know, so you already did a full day of work, then you go for rehearsal. So it's like people are tired, people just want to like go home already. It's 11 p.m. Then, you know, maybe schedules are running a bit far behind. So like tensions run very high
Yes.
and everybody want the work to go well, but like you can feel the stress and the tension. So that is hard to navigate. Definitely, especially when it comes closer to like the show week.
Yes.
Bump
yes.
in.
Wow, I tell you, bump-in period is like hell for everyone.
Yep.
Everyone's like,
Yep.
we're doing well, but we're on
Yeah.
a 12-hour of work
Yeah.
in the dark theater,
Yep.
indoors, and we're just like, hee hee.
Yeah. And again, because you are constantly together, when one person, the energy fluctuates, it's so obvious. Right? Like you can feel it immediately.
But it's so... Okay,
And
not
like-
that it's sad. It's like sometimes you want to check out just for your mental health, like, but you can't.
You can't. Because you have to
stay turned on.
You have to stay on.
Yeah.
Or like if you
Yeah.
want to check out, you literally have to tell people like, hey, I'm a bit like... So give me a bit of time. If I'm not talking, I'm not angry, okay?
Oh,
I'm just
yeah, yeah,
conserving
yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Having to be present all the time. Like if you're a little bit out of it, then they're like, are you paying attention? Like, are you here?
I am. I'm just mentally
But like
tired.
to be like there 12 hours is very hard. Yeah. I feel like maybe for corporate jobs, you can like phase into the background sometimes. I don't know.
you
mentally
face into your emails.
Yeah. Like you can be like, okay, the meeting's over. I can like just deal with my own thing now. But you hardly get that in a rehearsal, especially if it's very ensemble. Yeah.
Especially when you are like blocking, when you're running things, when you're like creating the show, there is so little time that you can like check out. Like you have to be on, you have to be present because information is constantly being passed to you and you have to process the information within that split second.
Expectations and standards are very high. So in the rehearsal room, right, I think the director is someone who sets the environment or like sets the culture. So then I guess the next question is, how do you negotiate between like your director is like a collaborator, a fellow collaborator in the rehearsal room, or the other is your director is like your boss. And then whatever he say, you say yes and you deliver.
Like
Yes.
more traditional, like top-down hierarchy.
Yeah, which I feel, I mean, directors need to have a bit of both, right?
Yeah.
You feel, yeah. So,
Yeah, lor, as with all managers, there are micromanagers, there are managers who could let you do your thing. Directors, same
Correct.
one.
Yeah.
Some let you do
Correct.
your thing, some act as your friend, some act as your boss. So we've got a lot of stories about that.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I feel like when I'm directing, I definitely try to create an environment where it's collaborative because I believe that when people are not stressed about, you know,
having to
deliver,
okay.
and then they can play, then they can be creative,
yeah.
right?
I think that environment is always the goal.
That's the goal. That's always the goal.
But I
Yep.
don't think all directors are very aware
Yeah.
of like what kind of environment they are. Okay, this sounds very salty.
It boils down to 2 points when it comes to that. One is director's working style and one is environment. Because if they are micro directors, they can't create a collaborative environment because to them,
Okay.
they think
Collaboration
are.
is I tell you and then you
no,
deliver that.
collaboration doesn't even happen in
It
their
is-
brain.
yeah, it's not a
just
word that
my job is
exists.
to tell you to move A to B, C to D. That's my job.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then there is the other side where it's like, I want to see what you can offer and then I will curate.
Yeah.
So the second director will create a collaborative environment
Yeah.
because that is his approach. I feel like at the end of the day, the ideal is you need to have both.
I
Because
agree.
there are directors who let you play, but they don't tell you anything. You just play, they don't tell you feedback. Then you're a bit like, it's very insecure for us as actors because it's like,
You cannot see yourself.
you know yourself, and are you not telling me because I'm doing a good job? Are you not telling me anything because I'm so bad that you give up?
Yeah. Like they're not
I agree.
communicative.
I have definitely been part of a process where director comes in and it's like, go. And then you're like, go?
Okay.
What?
Like maybe a bit of guidelines.
You know, like I feel like definitely a bit of perimeter
That would be
is
great.
needed. So
Mm.
people, the actors are not just like, huh?
I think maybe a good way to see director, I feel, is the curator. Curator because they can curate what you provide, but they also have a vision that
Yeah.
they communicate.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like that is the best case scenario.
I definitely have been a part of production where the director is, I guess it's part micromanaging, but it's also just bad directing in my point of view. Like they would come in and then it's like they would tell people what to do, where to go, and then once everything is set right, no other versions of it is allowed. So you have to do it exactly like that, and
It's not just like the actor is a
that's it.
pawn.
Exactly. And as an actor, you will feel like, I'm just here to do a job lah. Right? Like there is no creative play. And it's also, they are very picky, I think, about who can offer and who cannot. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? If you deliver,
This changes the ball
Yeah.
game now.
Favoritism
you-
in the rehearsal room exists.
exists.
It's very
Definitely
obvious,
exists.
bro. It's super
Yes.
duper obvious.
Yes.
We just
if
close
you,
two
if
eyes.
they trust you and they think that you are a good actor and you can deliver, they let you play. You can
can play.
offer as much as you want. The moment they think that you are not a good actor and you cannot follow direction,
Playing
get detailed.
becomes like as
Make you
though
play, ah.
you don't know how to follow instructions.
Correct, exactly,
You know, when
exactly.
actually you're like, oh, but I'm just playing. I'm just
Exactly.
trying. Yeah.
And I feel a lot of it boils down to communication. Right? It's not what you are saying a lot of times, it's how you're saying it. Right? And yes, you can correct an actor if it's not what you want, and that's fine. It's just how you're saying it. Right? And to me, it was very jabby. It was very, why can't you do it well? It was very like that, like the kind of tone. You are spending so many hours in a day with that same group of people.
Just be a nice
you want
person
it to be pleasant lah.
That one also very like treat them like secondary school kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like secondary school kids.
Even though
I
you're
am
like-
not
you're
a
adult.
student. I am not your student. I'm here as your fellow like colleague, and I am working. And that's why I also say about like the whole hierarchy thing. I feel like for a lot of actors, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like for a lot of actors, especially nowadays, they go in, they expect it to be more collaborative. Like I am on
Yeah.
the same level as you.
Mm.
I'm here to
I
do
do
a job.
agree.
You are here to do a job.
Especially with the newer gen actors.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so when the expectation is so drastically shifted, right? You're a bit like, whoa.
Yeah.
I think that what you say about how they say it is one of the biggest problems. I also worked with a director where they gave very specific instructions. Like, I want you to come in, walk from here to here, and on this side, walk to here to there, there to there. That I felt pressure to follow the blocking, but it wasn't like why you ask me to do this?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I have this framework, but in between, I have space to play. So even though it might be similar context where they said very specific things, but I think because it was put across very differently, and because I knew how that director worked, so I trusted a vision.
We were in a rehearsal room and it was very difficult because we had to keep gauging whether the director's mood was going to affect us or not. Because if their mood is not good, then it feels like you cannot play that day. If you give too many offers, it will be seen as, but then there are other days when the director mood is good, and then suddenly it feels like that day all jokes are accepted. And naturally, like among the cast, you want it to be a lively, like playful
course.
atmosphere. That is what creates chemistry and all that. But like for the director to go like, don't play because we need to be serious professional actors.
Serious actor.
We are serious actors and we need to be serious. We are serious and professional actors
okay.
don't
play.
don't play.
No
and
joke.
don't tell jokes or whatever.
You can't even smile.
So it was so difficult. Like everyone was like really quiet, and like the energy is like everyone's eyes are like, oh my gosh, like okay, better keep quiet here, better keep quiet there.
It's giving toxic and abusive household.
And it's also like I'm here to do a job. Why do I have to manage your emotion? I'm not paid enough to do that.
Tiptoeing around
Exactly.
the rehearsal room. Like as actors, we really like had to come together and be like, I'm not crazy, right? Like, you know, sometimes you reach to that point, like, is it just me that's
Am I,
feeling
like,
this?
imagining
Like,
things?
am I weak? You know, and they have people like breaking down like during lunchtime, and
Oh
like
my
it's so bad until like lunchtime we don't even want to be in the space. We have to like get out to like get away from
horrible.
how stifling the situation is. I also feel like this kind of working style or working relationship is very Asian.
Yes. I
If
agree.
I pit people against each other, it will create comparison. But comparison also creates better work. You get what I mean?
And
in
it's
a very
taking,
professional
like,
way.
friendly competition to
Another
next
level. It's like
leh.
not wrong,
Yeah.
but maybe there's a better way to
Yes,
approach
yeah,
it.
correct.
Like if you're working with professional actors, anyone who is proud of their craft, they will automatically compare themselves. I want to do better. Oh,
Yeah.
they're giving so much choices. I will want to catch up.
Adding another layer of like emotional baggage that is not necessary.
You tell me to put
in
my
the room
ask me to put my emotional baggage
at
outside.
the door.
Then you give me more inside the room.
If I was like emotionally less mature, I would feel resentment and all that.
Oh,
but it's like you
resentment
have
is
to like
so true.
put it aside, or like any feelings of insecurity and be like, okay, it's just the work, I'm just gonna do it. But that requires so much like segregation
Yeah.
and segmentation in your brain to be like, okay, I'm not affected. This is just the insecurity part of my brain talking.
We can create a similar, encouraging environment without comparing and putting down other people. People work better when they are not traumatized.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
And I mean, the aim of theatre is to bring joy, entertainment, catharsis, all this to the audience, ma.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. Maybe you have had bad experiences with actors before. Like, I understand, confirm got like very shitty actors one. But at the end of the day, you as a director, you're really the one creating and curating this whole atmosphere and working environment.
Yeah.
We make it a nice place for everyone, okay?
Please. And I get that it's stressful, and I get that as a director, as a production head or whatever, like there is that stress from different departments, from different
definitely.
areas. But it's also part of the job and part of being professional to not bring those in and to treat people like people.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Talking about treating people like people.
Oh my God.
This story will live with me for the next few years.
Which is crazy.
It's
like,
crazy.
Why
It's
are
like-
you creating this kind of
Exactly. So
impact?
many years on and you're still thinking about it.
Impact, by the
Like,
way.
And okay, I'm gonna say maybe I'm petty, but I have a personal grudge against this person now. Like people say, leave your work relationships and personal relationships. Sorry, to me, what he did was a personal attack, bro. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe not a personal attack, but more like it's a reflection of his personality,
Character.
Yeah.
character. This was me working as a person in a production crew. So like back end, I was taking care of students who were also in the production team. They are learning how to do their job, how to talk to directors. Because talking to directors is a very important skill, because you need to advocate for yourself, but you also need to listen to the director lah. This particular show had very many things. Okay? It's just very many things. So it was our first costume parade. And I told my costume person, which was a student, I was like, hey, your job this time round is to sit beside the director so that he can talk to you about what he needs, the feedback about the costume. I feel like as a student, this is a great opportunity for you to learn how to talk to the director and what to say yes, what to say no. And because you are in charge of costume, you have the best idea of what you can do lah. Tell me why this whole thing was going on. From across the room, I hear a booming sound. Fiona, what is this? This is the dead silence we heard. Bear in mind, people in this room, it's not just the director, the costume student and me. It included all students from the other production team and all students who are acting. So it was a room full of maybe like 30 people. And I was shouted across the room by the director. I understand you are stressed.
Mm-hmm.
I am also stressed. All of us are stressed. We are trying our best. But this stress does not give you a reason to be shouting at someone across the room. I tell you, the students parted like the Red Sea leh. I was this close to crying, but I was like, you know what? It's not my fault. So the whole situation was because basically there was a lot of pieces that were undone because a lot of things needed to be customized. So we already told him like, hey, expect quite a few pieces to not be here. Because this time round, it's just really to see if everything works. He said, he understands.
Where's the understanding, yo?
But again, like, yes, it is a stressful situation. Yes, it is shitty that we don't have a lot of pieces that you need in. I don't care. At the end of the day, there is no reason, absolutely no reason that you need to shout, scream at anybody.
This is called verbal abuse, Maju.
Yes.
Exactly. Like, I don't care what emotions you're going through right now. You swallow that in, you be professional.
Yeah, and like, we already have so many pieces that are needed and not that. He was still adding things. My student said, I don't think I have time. I told her the green light. I said, hey, if there's anything you really think you can't do it, just bring it up. Our producer also said, hey, if there's anything you cannot, say no. Then the director said, I don't want to hear another no from you guys.
Which is crazy.
Hello, they
If
like
they
you
cannot
as
do it, then it cannot. Exactly. What, you're poor from the sky.
We said no because on our end, we had no budget. You give the budget law, you give the time lah, then I do for you. But it's really not possible. They shouted at me, then they didn't say sorry, they didn't say anything. We continued the costume parade.
crazy. What a way to create trauma in a room. What a way to create trauma in a workplace.
And a personal grudge. A big personal grudge.
Yeah. There's not even decency to be like, can I talk to you after this session or whatever?
Yeah.
To try to talk it out, explain his situation. Like, there's none of that.
Like maybe apologize. Like,
If you
hey,
apologize,
my
I'm like,
emotions got the
fine.
best of me.
Yeah.
I know that was inappropriate. And I
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that.
I would have totally understood that.
Yeah.
But he just avoided me for the next few weeks of the show.
Crazy.
I watched another director like shouting at an actor, by the way. And like, this actor is not like very experienced, like new one. Like, this is maybe his only first time doing a theatre show. And then the director was like constantly like timing him with like, you are not worthy to be here.
You're not worthy? Oh my god.
Yeah,
He said that. They said that.
yeah, like you're not like really full on like
Crazy.
before that already the mood of the director very bad. And so we were all like, okay, you know what, let's just get this done. And the actor obviously was like, just wanted to get it correct, right? It was something towards the line of like, every time you repeat a scene or whatever, there needs to be like something new. It cannot be like stagnant. Every time you do a scene, there should be some aliveness in it. And I think the actor wasn't able to get there. But if you're not an actor, you don't understand how to renew the memories or everything, the intentions that come up. So these are techniques that we never bond with one, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. If you're not an actor, you won't know.
It is a skill.
It's really
It's a
not
skill.
bond
It's
with.
really a
Like,
skill.
acting
People
is
can
a
tell you.
skill. But then the director was like treating it as though it's an attitude problem. Like, you are not being hardworking enough. I tell you already one time why you cannot do it. You are refusing to do it. With all these directors, I'm always like, no, you have to really see, is it really an attitude problem or it's skill issue lah? And skill issue is not something
that can be corrected like that.
Yeah, like, then don't scream at the actor.
Maybe don't beat the
don't
actor.
like beat the actor up and just with your words and
Don't
feel
use
like
the
that's
actor.
gonna. Especially if you know that person is inexperienced already.
Yeah.
You need to realize that, okay, then it needs to be a teaching moment.
Exactly.
Or like a way for me to like, okay, this is how it goes.
Like the way you talk to the actor has to be different. You have to
Yeah, you
be
cannot
flexible
navigate
according to the
lah. You cannot use
situation.
gaslighting, manipulation,
Oh my
or any other
gosh.
form of weird ass toxic ways
Yeah.
to get the actor to feel certain things. Another experience also, a director like said something to an actor and brought that person's outside work to say that, oh, that's why this person
gosh.
you're not doing it
Yep.
well or something like that.
Yep.
Basically, personal attack lah.
Mhm.
Like
It's a
they say,
personal attack.
Oh, it
It's
must be
basically what
because
it
you're
is.
doing all of that. That's why you're not doing your job so called here.
Yep.
Like you could have responded with a bit more empathy or curiosity. Like,
Yeah.
is there anything that might be hindering you behind why is it that this note is not being taken?
Why are we assuming things?
Yes. Also
Like,
that.
why is there so much assumption when you can just ask?
Must be attitude. Must be they lazy. Must be they not working hard enough. Or
I've definitely been in a situation where my director is like, oh, you're not prioritizing the show. because of these other things you do outside.
Oh.
And I
Not
doubted
contact just because you cannot stay back 30 more minutes. Right?
exactly because I can't give you the time after rehearsal that you in the schedule you've given me.
It's giving, why are you not replying
Right.
an email at 12 a.m.?
Exactly. It's that.
Yeah.
And for a while also, like, I took that note.
Yeah.
And I
you
was like,
also
okay, maybe
feel-
it's my fault that I have other things outside, that I have like personal stuff outside that I have to attend to. I have to make money. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Theater don't pay that well.
If you're like, oh, why you cannot give all your time to this production? Are you paying
Are
me
you
10K?
Exactly.
You pay me
enough?
Full-time salary plus my mental health. Yeah.
Yeah.
then-
You pay me enough? Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the time it's not. So then you have to do things outside, and I think they need to understand it.
So then how do you safeguard yourself within a production or within a rehearsal? Like, so that you can keep working, but at the same time it doesn't eat you up.
I think these boundaries with end timing is important.
Yes.
If the
I
rehearsal ends at
agree.
6, 7, then really leave at that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if there's something afterwards. I think like production wise, they need to realize that yes, it's very important to stick to end time. Especially when you're dealing with professional freelancers really. Not even just actors, but freelancers who are going to be doing multiple stuff. So it's very important to follow that.
Yeah. And I think as like the creative team, as like the production team, it is also your responsibility. Like, I know when I direct, I will always try to end on time. If I need to, I will say, I'm sorry, I need 10 minutes. Can you guys give me 10 minutes? If not, leave. It's fine.
Yeah.
But you need to know that they are booked from a certain time to a certain time. After that, there is no obligation.
Which made me think, right, the whole personal attack about the particular actor doing work outside. To me, it feels like because our work involves so much of ourselves, right? How do you create boundaries within yourself so that it doesn't like, you know, sometimes because you put so much into a show, you will just kind of like nego with your own boundaries,
Yes,
whether
yes,
it comes to
yes.
timing, whether it
Yeah.
comes to mental, like
Wow.
cap, this and that.
Yeah.
There's probably no answer to this question.
No, I'm pretty sure along the way we would have already had
Yeah.
that. But it's so intrinsic that you don't even
That
think
you don't
about
kind of
it.
like think about
I think it to me, it's because you've been in this industry for so long,
Mm-mm-mm.
you learn.
Yes.
But then to me also at the point where because I've been here for so long, I'm like, you know what? This, whatever that I'm sacrificing, like my mental health, whatever, right, it doesn't,
It's not forever.
it's not, no. No, that was me last time. Then I realized it is forever. You realize, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like I've realized that over the years, like so many of us have been like, you know what? It's not worth it.
Yeah. You have chosen to like chosen to not give it the mental capacity that it wants.
Yeah.
Right.
Or not
So
like
it's
you
that.
beat yourself up afterwards, right?
Yeah. It's like, well, how do you draw the line?
That's
'Cause-
hard.
Yeah,
hard. It's
because
really hard.
Especially when you're in like don't know how many week rehearsal. You're gonna see that person again tomorrow. So it's like trauma relieved.
Oh,
And you relieve the next
True.
day, and then you relieve the next day again
Yep.
and again and again. So it's not like you traumatize one time, then you
You can
okay,
take yourself out of the
bye-bye.
situation.
No. You have to
Can't.
be in there, and you have to kind of have to push your own trauma aside
Correct.
for the sake of the work.
Yep.
exposure therapy.
Exposure therapy
So then,
is truly.
yeah, you really have to push it aside. And only like at the end of the entire thing, you're just holding on until the very end, and you're like, oh my god, I can finally deal with whatever shit that actually happened.
Yes.
Then,
Which is so not healthy.
oh yes,
So
For your
our
mental
boundary
health.
now is to avoidance. Okay, rather than
Yeah.
avoidance,
Within.
I would say compartmentalize.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think something that like I know a lot of professional like actors who have more years on than us, in terms of their experiences, they also know when to advocate for themselves and when to speak up.
True.
Right. So I think that's also a really good skill to learn.
But it's very hard if you are like the small fry.
Correct.
Yeah, if you're the
correct.
smallest fry, it's like-
newbie,
Yeah.
you know, the director sees you really like top down. It's
Yeah.
honestly very difficult to say anything. Especially, example, you're not okay with something, but everybody else in the cast is okay with it.
Yes.
Then you're like, suddenly it makes you feel like you are the one,
You're the problem,
you are the
right?
problem
Yeah.
because you have a problem with it lah. But everybody else think in their brain but don't say ma.
Yeah.
So then nobody has a problem with it lah.
But also, and again, like, like, just because people don't say doesn't mean they don't think it, right? So I remembered I was in a production and we were told that there was going to be pictures taken of us for marketing on the day itself. I was like, I am not okay with that. Like, you tell me the day before, I can prepare myself.
And you guys were changing, right? Backstage.
Exactly, and we were changing as well. Like in the theater, you have like wings to change, but then because it was rehearsal, there
You
was
change at the
no.
side,
You were
yeah.
changing at the sides, lah, right? And we're changing quite a few times in the show as well. Nobody else said anything, but I'm like, wait, I am really not okay with this.
Yeah.
And so I went to the director and I was like, can I talk to you? I told her that. I was like, I don't think I'm fine with that. Right? And at the end, in the end, they didn't do the marketing thing. And I think that was, one time that I advocated for myself. And I was like, hey, because again, people are thinking the same thing. Your fellow actors are thinking the same thing.
Even like voice. Like for some people who don't know how to advocate, like I am not feeling 100%. I'm only going to be marking through. I can only give like 30%. Because if you're not very sure of your own abilities, then who are you to say you only can give 30%, right? I think nowadays I feel like it's getting better. Like more and more actors are able to be like, hey, I'm not in a very good shape. Can I like do it at like 50% today, 60%? A lot of times they're okay, but you really have to open your mouth and like take that step and like, okay, it's gonna make me look bad. I'm gonna seem like, all those thoughts come in like, oh my god, I'm gonna seem like I'm not able to take care of myself properly. But things happen. Being able to like say like, hey, I'm really not at that point. Can I like dial back and do at this thing? It's also another way to advocate lah.
That's our solution for ourselves. Avoidance advocacy, is it?
Not avoidance, compartmentalization.
Compartmentalization advocacy.
But avoidance also works, okay?
There is a lot more tea.
That was what I was
This
going
is
to say.
just tea
A
lah.
lot more negative experiences.
Yes.
But we have had very many good experiences.
Yeah,
Of
I
course,
think if you
of course.
listen to this podcast, it's like, oh my god, we're just whining. We're just
But you want tea, man. We share tea,
complaining
lor.
all about the different relationships and all that.
It's always so easy to talk about the negative side, right?
But there's
So,
really a lot of
like,
good
yes.
times also.
Yeah, a lot of good
Yes.
directors.
Like when you meet a good director, it warms your soul.
yeah,
it
now it
makes you
feels like we
so
need to
happy.
balance it out a bit.
No,
With
but
the
okay,
good
but to be
director.
fair, if you get a good director, wow, exhilaration. Like it's the best time of your life.
Yeah.
already.
But I love that when you go into a show and you meet a team of people who like spurs your creativity and makes you want to be creative and
Love.
makes you want to like be committed and dedicated to the work. Like that is such an amazing feeling. And at the end of the day, that is why we do it.
Or like the director
So-
creates an environment that's very encouraging.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel like you need to compete with the person next to you. You are allowed to bring whatever is unique to you to
Correct.
the table
Correct.
and to the room.
You see yourself as a person,
Yeah.
You see
and
yourself as an
everybody else
actor.
see you as a human.
Yeah, and they encourage you in that way, and
Yeah.
everybody's treated like respectfully.
Yeah.
We love.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, we are in the 21st century.
Mhm.
and
2026,
it
bro.
is-
It's 2026.
It's 2026, guys. Like, treat people as people. Next episode, we're going to talk about burnout. So stay tuned for that. And then in the meantime, if you want to follow the podcast, you can follow A Mouthful Prots over here on YouTube and Spotify. We're also on Instagram and TikTok with the same name. And that's all. I think we'll see you next week. Bye.